Okay, so let's go over Unit 5, Day 2 notes. So for Part A, we want to find the vertical asymptote. So that's wherever if you set your denominator equal to 0. So for Part A, we'll do x minus 3 equals 0. And so at x equals 3. So for Part A, we've got a vertical asymptote at x equals 3. So we're going to go ahead and sketch that in. And your graph will never cross the vertical asymptote. For Part B, the horizontal asymptote is the constant term after your rational function. So this is like plus 0. So for Part B, we've got y equals 0. Now, on more complicated functions, your graph can cross a horizontal asymptote, but we will not be dealing with that in this course. For Part C, the x-intercept, we're going to let y equals 0 and solve. So f of x is the same as y, so we're going to have 0 equals 2 over x minus 3. Anytime you have a denominator, that's what we're going to multiply by to get rid of it. 0 times anything is 0, and so our variables eliminate, and that means that we do not have an x-intercept, which should make sense because the x-axis we have an asymptote. For Part D, the y-intercept, we're going to let x equals 0. So we're going to get negative 2/3, x is 0, and negative 2/3, which is as a decimal to graph that. So I'll go ahead and plot that. All right, so then we just need to sketch our graph. So we kind of divide our graph into quadrants. So to the left of the vertical, we can go ahead and use our asymptotes as boundaries. And then we need to find, it's either going to be in the top or the bottom. So we're going to pick one point to the right and just substitute to see where we are. So if I pick 4, we'll substitute 4. 2 over 1 is 2. So 4 up 2, and that means it's in the top. All right, so let's do number 2. So for Part A, we want the 0 of the denominator. So if we set that equal to 0, that's what we get. So x equals 0, and we'll sketch that. For Part B, we want the constant term, which is negative 2. All right. The x-intercept, we're going to set equal to 0. So add 2 to the other side. We always multiply by the denominator. So 2x equals negative 1, divide by 2. So for Part C, we've got negative 1/2 and 0. So that's going to be in the top. And then Part D, we want to let x equals 0. So if we substitute x equals 0, well, 1 divided by 0 is undefined. So there's not going to be a y-intercept. So we need to figure out where this is. Well, I'm just going to substitute 1. So if I substitute 1, I get negative 1 minus 2 is negative 3. So 1, negative 3 is going to put it in the bottom. All right, let's move on. So for Part A, our vertical asymptote, 0 will make the denominator. For Part B, our constant term is also 0. Our Part C, the x-intercept, so we're going to let y equals 0. Multiply by our denominator. There's no variable to solve for, so there is no x-intercept. Our y-intercept, we're going to let x equals 0. Well, 3 divided by 0 is undefined. So that means we need to pick a point to the left and the right and make a table. So I'm just going to pick -1 and +1. So -1, if we substitute, we get -3. If we substitute 1, we get 3. So we'll plot those. And 1, 3. So now we've got our anchors. And our last example. For part A, our denominator, if we find our vertical asymptote, is at x equals 2. Our constant term is -3, so that is our horizontal asymptote. Part C, x-intercept, let y equals 0. So I'm going to put the negative with the 1 so I don't forget it. Oops, that's a minus. So I'm going to add 3 to the left. So we'll multiply by the denominator, which means to distribute. Add 6. And divide by 3. So we get 5/3 is 1 2/3, so 1.6 repeating. So it looks like we're going to be in the top left. And then for part D, we want the y-intercept, so let x equal 0. So I get -1 over -2, which is 1/2. 1/2 minus 3 is -2.5. What did I do? So something's up. So where are we at? Oh, right there. Oh, 0, -2.5. So 0, -2.5. Okay, so all that means is my asymptote should have been a little closer to the axis. So unfortunately, I didn't get a point in this on the right side of the vertical asymptote, so I just have to substitute a value. I'm just going to pick 3. So if I substitute 3, I get -1 minus 3 is -4. So 3, 1, 2, 3, 4.